culturally rooted, humanity focused, and technologically advanced. So you don't have to teach us how to Slack or do any of those things. We bring the tech stack to you. And then we cooperate with brands and agencies to get the job done seamlessly. Right now, our biggest focus is product innovation, go to market strategy, and marketing effectiveness. But we do a lot of other things. So if you're ever wondering, how do I get some Sequoyah? Just hit me up. And I think a lot of y'all have already done that. So I want to talk to you guys about this beautiful product called VersaCurl. This is a brand new product that my consulting team has helped Delta Faucet Company innovate. It is the world's first in-shower detangling tool. But you may be wondering, why does she have this big box in this shameless plug? Well, because it's all based in community. I did not get that account, this little bitty small agency in Atlanta, Georgia, from Augusta, just because I was pretty and I'm fun and spunky. I got it because I was part of Insights Association. I went to the Vegas conference back in November of 2022 and gave a kick-ass presentation about what does diversity look like on a survey. And if you were there, you may have seen one survey, you saw the other, and it's like, oh my God, diversity runs that deep. Shit you not. After I get off the stage, of course, people are like, hey, I want to talk. I want to talk. An amazing woman named Jill Miller, she says, hey, I have something for you right now. And that just building a community, being in the room with Insights Association has led to a 3-year deal with a large enterprise client and developing a first of its kind product. I didn't have to sell myself, but what I did was I showed up as myself in a community where I was automatically validated. So here's some more. If you've already known about Insights Association, you know about MRxPros. So let me talk a little bit more about the places I go. So I kind of broken it out so that you can do this yourself. So nationally, I sit on the board for American Marketing Association Atlanta. You may be part of your local chapter. If you're not, think about it. It's great information, great market research, and even better clients. I'm a part of She Runs It, a national organization for women in advertising. Locally and at the state level, so here in Atlanta and in Georgia, I'm part of Goody Nation and Atlanta Black Tech. I volunteer as a dinner host every first Thursday. I also give back time as a non-member to TAG, or the Technology Association of Georgia. Each state has a chapter. You do not have to be a member just to show up and be in fellowship. Locally and nationally, I'm part of Switch Arts. It's a co-working space. The Luminary, if you're in New York, all about women and small business empowerment. They always ask, do you know somebody that can do this? Hey, I want to introduce you here. So those are local and national. But then if you know me, I'm a global citizen. My global summits. I'm a part of Insights Lighthouse. If you're not familiar with them, let me know, and I'm more than happy to talk your ears off about it. But it is a global executive network of research and insights professionals from around the world. They've gotten me to Switzerland for the World Economic Forum, Cannes Lion Festival of Creativity, and if we get sponsorship, we'll be at CES in Vegas. But then also the Cannes Lion Festival of Creativity, not only for marketers, but anyone that's in creative services. If you service marketing groups, if you service creativity, if you're doing any type of measurement or just understanding consumers, it's the Oscars of marketing, and you can kind of get in where you fit in. So what I've shown you today is nationally, locally, hyper local in your little communities, and globally, connect with someone. We have the privilege of me being single, no kids, no pets, so I can always kind of go around the world. I'm privileged in doing that, but other people may have limitations. With the World Wide Web, find your community and then just be part of it so that you're always selling without selling. So I always encourage you to go where you grow. That's actually something that Kai gave me some really good coaching 5 years ago. Hey, don't force yourself to be in these circles. Find the communities that help you. So in Q3 is what I call my business audit 3 months. I think about, where am I spending my time? So what are those affiliations and costs? Not just your dues, but how much does it cost to travel? Do you have to wear certain things? Do you have to get your hair done bi-weekly to be part of the board? I mean, there's so many things that go into being part of a board or simply being part of a community. You might see me, I have pink and green. I'm an AKA. There's a cost associated beyond the dues. You have to think every year, unless you have this blood tie like I do to my sorority, but you do have to think, is this worth my time? How much did it cost tangibly? You need to also understand, does this affiliation grow my knowledge, network, and revenue? I need the big three. If it's not growing me mentally, if it's not growing and making me reach new people, and ultimately for especially for account executives and small business owners, if that ROI isn't there at least 3 times, some people it may be 10, depending on what you're selling, you might need to think about, is that growing where you're at? And then lastly, how easily am I able to share my business with the organization and members? Is it a pay to play? Do you have to be there 10 years before they actually ask you for your opinion? So really think about, how easily can I give into the organization and tell people? Those are 3 questions I asked you to audit in your networks, but audit in your business operations, and honestly, audit in your friend groups too. It definitely is a transferable skill. So we said a whole bunch of stuff in only 1 minute to spare before I ask the big question. Here are some do's and don'ts. If you don't know anything else from this call about community-based selling, I want you to make sure you pay your dues, because you need to make sure you pay where you play. Learn the organization, volunteer your skill set, evangelize, and make sure you tell members about your business at the right time. You don't want to hog every single thread, every single conversation. You don't want to gatekeep at the wrong time, and you don't want to be an inactive member. The best way to sell is to sell from the heart, be in communities that you actually give a shit about, and then the sales will come. So with that being said, outside of our amazing MRxPros community, where we sell on these threads every day, even though we're not selling on the threads, I ask you, what is your most valuable community and how do you sell to it? That's it.